Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Super Jerry 27's Nerd Cave. It is time for 10 more games that turn 20 this year. Now, some of these games, because when I see stuff on sale, I generally buy it. So that's why I still have some sealed PS1, sealed PS2 games and the like, because, hey, 10 bucks, I'm going to buy it. So some of these games I am a little unfamiliar with, but the more familiar with ones yes, that was, Christ, sound like Joe Biden. All right, I'm unfamiliar with some of these games. I know stories about them, but I haven't played a couple of them. Yet I own them. There we go. Much more concise. Holy shit. First game we got, turning 20, is Final Fantasy X2 that came out March 13th, 2003. Now I'm a gamer that has to play the first game and then the second game, so I've never beaten Final Fantasy X. So I never fired this open. It still got the Y folds. It still has the sticker. It's still sealed. But now I have it on the PS4, both of them, so I'll eventually get to it. I got about 30 years left in life. I should be able to finish this up. Next up is one I purchased just because the team that did Hitman. Hitman 2 did it. They developed this game. Freedom Fighters came out September 26, 2003. This takes place in an alternate timeline. I'll just read it because I'm not very concise today. In our nation's darkest hour, Americans cry out for a hero to free a war-torn Manhattan from invading forces. Join the resistance and take the war to the streets. They've taken away our freedom. Now it's time to take it back. Sounds like right now, doesn't it? Minty fresh. It's a fun game, fun shooter. The only thing I remember I didn't like about it is it didn't play like a Call of Duty or a Halo. It used the first person way and your third person, so that was a little finicky. Up next is probably one of my games of the year of 2003, and that is Silent Hill 3. Came out May 23rd, 2003. I had just moved here to where my current location, and I'm kind of bummed about this copy I have because I cannot find the soundtrack. I sealed it up because it's a pricey game, and I can play my collections. But I'd rather pay the collections and fire this one up because I don't want to damage it. You play as the little girl found in the first Silent Hill, and you get sucked back into Silent Hill. And I don't know, I really like this one. The second Silent Hill movie doesn't do it justice, although there are some cool throwbacks to this. But this is a fun game. It's 20 years ago. It's just hard to believe. Up next is another survival horror game, Fatal Frame 2, that came out November 27th, 2023. This is probably the best Fatal Frame game. They kind of struck gold with this one at the time because I remember playing the first one. The camera was finicky. It was hard to get the monsters. It was just a difficult game. I have both these on my PlayStation 3 so that I can play them on there. But the director's cut on the Xbox is the definitive edition because that's what that means. Crimson Butterfly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I played very little of this game. I just wanted to get this out before 2024 came around because I'm that lazy of a human being and I get caught up in other stuff. Convention season's coming. This game just was released as a remake and is not doing that well, which makes me happy that I have the PS3 remake because my copy of Tales of Symphonia is still sealed. Why fold on that? Player's choice, but I don't care. I have a sealed copy of Tales of Symphonia that came out August 29th, 2003. A lot of people say this is the best Tales game. I don't know, because like this with Final Fantasy, I have a grip ton of Tales games, and I usually get stuck on the first boss because I suck at RPGs. But that's just me. I'm just a humdinger. Sometimes I'm good at games, sometimes I'm bad. You toss me a survival horror game, bada boom, bada bing. You toss me an RPG, I'm like, I don't know what to do. All right, we got a licensed game here, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, that came out September 16th of 2003. I remember that this was also a Christmas present. When I used to give my father a list of what I wanted for Christmas, he would literally buy the entire list. So after a couple Christmases of that, I shrunk down my list. I'm like, Dad, I don't. So some of the reason I have so much stuff is that my dad would buy everything I wanted. But I guess that's the perks of being an only child and loved. So yeah, Jedi Knight. I don't remember much about this game. I got kind of far in it, but it wasn't memorable. It wasn't like KOTOR, you know, 'cause that was what sunk into my time. But I'm not going to bust out the OG one because I got this. And I can play Jedi Knight 2 Outcast and Jedi Knight Jedi Academy instead on my PS4 and possibly stream it, even though I will definitely get copyright strikes for John Williams' music. Oh man, Raven Software doesn't even exist anymore. And they don't even put it. Oh, they did put it on the remaster. All right. Teen, violence, violence. You can only be teen if there's two violences. Up next is a game that I am currently trapped in. I got stuck in it before the pandemic. This came out September 17th, 2003. And it is a Game Boy Advance game. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. Nintendo! It's Mario and Luigi, the Superstar Saga. Fun game. It kind of was this the this was the first not Paper Mario but Mario RPG that came out after Super Mario RPG, I believe. I hope I'm right on that one. If I'm not, I'm sure everyone will let me know in the comments. All these Nintendo stands. But yeah, oh is my battery still holding up in this? Because haven't redone it yet. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay, I've played it for. There's one that's an hour and 34 minutes and one that's 8 hours. Stardust Feels Bean Bite Side. Bean Side. All right, now I'm rambling. So let's take a look at the next game. Next game is a licensed title. I picked it up used, surprisingly for $9.50. Now this game is quite pricey. It's Simpsons Hit and Run Player's Choice Edition for the Nintendo GameCube. Came out September 16th. September was a big month for games this year. Picked it up. It is, like everyone says, it's GTA Simpsons in Springfield, and it is fun. This game's fun. I know I haven't beaten it, but I put a lot of hours into it just fucking with the locals because that's what I do as a human. All right, we got another licensed game that came out May 14th. This one was tied to a movie. Damn, that was kind of a disappointment. It is Enter the Matrix. Now look at that cool cover. They don't do shit like this on games anymore. Look at that. The Wachowskis, prior to their changes, were involved in this game. The voice actors were involved. I think they co-wrote it. I think they co-wrote this game, and written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. This game is written, the Wachowskis now. Sorry, this is 2003. I'm not trying to fuck with anyone's lifestyle, but by the Wachowskis. I remember I pre-ordered this and I didn't like it in 2003. I didn't understand the bullet time and I was dying a lot. Flash forward now, I had sold it back then and I re-got it because I'm like, I want to try this again. And I have my original Xbox hooked up via an HDMI now. It looks really nice. So I wanted to play through it and it is fun. Once you get used to the controls and the bullet time and killing all the agents and stuff, it is a blast. I believe this game is trapped on the PS2 and the Xbox, original Xbox. I don't think it's on the GameCube. If it is, it's probably 2 discs. I'd have to look that up. But pick it up. PlayStation 2 is probably the easiest find for you. And our final game on the list that it's a buddy type game. You have to have friends to play it. So I've kind of done a few tracks with it. My Mario Kart is still Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. With buddies. Oh God, to go back in time. But this came out September 7th. It's Mario Kart Double Dash. I picked it up used. I believe I got this during the pandemic just so I could dink around with it. It's fun. It's different. I still love my Super Nintendo Mario Kart and the Wii one. Or I'm sorry, the Wii one's fun because of the driving thing, but the Switch one I've played a lot more time in than this one. Because I don't have any friends, and I actually don't like people over touching my stuff. So yeah, this game I'll just only play by myself. So what games, where were you in 2002? Were you even alive? Or 2003, were you even alive? What games were you playing in 2003? Let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos. Maybe I'll get a little more in-depth or put some hours into the games prior to the video. That probably would have been a good idea. But let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Keep on trucking and keep on gaming. Talk to you later. Bye.